That's double. Right now, we've got a phrase here. All right, folks, welcome back to segment 2 of the Creation Science Hour, or segment 3, whatever it is. This is Kent Hovind and Jonathan Sampson live. This is May the 19th of 05, and you are welcome to join us on the program. 850-479-DINO, 850-479-3466, extension 136. And again, we're the folks who believe the Bible is true and evolution's dumb. But that's okay. We take people who believe in evolution and try to get them converted. And you can instant message us at Dr. Dino Live. Okay, Jared, you were telling us about mutations increasing genetic complexity. And I said something to this, I don't remember who said it, but I think mutations are much more likely to destroy genetic information than and doubling it is not adding new information, it's doubling existing information. So please explain to me how it works then.
The first thing that you said is true. The second thing was not.
What's that? Mutations? We can barely hear you. If you can go louder there, Jared.
The first thing you said was true. The second thing wasn't.
I didn't hear that.
First thing you said was true. The second thing wasn't.
That's correct.
Okay, it's true that most mutations destroy genetic information.
That's true.
And doubling information is not adding new information. It's like me handing you a book and then saying, well, hey, here's 2 books. That's the same information.
It's like you handing me 2 books that are the same.
Okay.
But they are written on paper with pencil. And you can erase it.
Well, let's do it in a computer program then. I'm going to give you a Word document with 1,000 pages.
Right.
And I want you to go through and retype it with a monkey at your side, helping you type so you get typographical errors. Now you're inducing new information that is random, and it's going to be misspelled words and nonsense sentences.
Jared, hold on. Why are you laughing? That's exactly what you believe happens. It copies it, and now you have a separate copy that's there to start screwing around with, right? And then hopefully one of these screw-ups will be beneficial.
You forget, gentlemen, that I don't necessarily believe in the theory of evolution. I'm playing the...
Well, you're defending it, though.
Yes.
So that's the part that you're defending. It makes a copy, and therefore you can screw with the copy while the other original one is still in effect. Right. And you're in the back. Okay, so I don't know why you're laughing at it whenever Dr. Hovind just explained it.
It's just so funny when you start thinking of that monkeys banging on the keyboards. It's hilarious. The imagery is very funny.
Okay.
It's a very effective charlatan type of thing to do.
No, it's not a charlatan. Actually, it's giving you the benefit of the doubt because you don't even have an intelligent monkey typing on the keyboard. You want to just drop walnuts on the keyboard and make it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So
that's evolutionary theory.
Why would any rational person believe that random harmful mutations are going to cause increased genetic complexity and change a rock to a human? Why would anybody believe that?
A rock to a human. Kent, you're so funny. Did you say that if we invited you to come to Dartmouth, that you would pay for the plane ticket?
I can barely hear you, Jared. I don't know if it just gets more volume.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, go ahead.
Did you not say that if we invited you to come up to Dartmouth College that you would pay for the plane ticket, or would we get to pay for it?
I would pay for the ticket if it's a public debate, or if nobody will debate, then I'll give a public presentation. You need to get a room that'll seat at least 1,000 because that's how many people will show up, and probably more. Typically, the average is 1,500 at these things.
Right.
Yes, I will buy my ticket. I will come up, speak to Dartmouth College, take on any professor you can find, and if nobody will take me on as a debate opponent, then I will speak for an hour and have Q&A for 2 hours, and it will get real lively. Yes, I'll pay my own way.
Awesome. Because I think what I want to do is talk to the biology department and get one of them and to team up with me and be 2 against 1.
Wonderful.
And I wouldn't be saying much. I would just be pointing out flaws in your arguments, stuff like that.
Okay. Well, I've been called the Hulk Hogan of the creationist. You may want to get 3 or 4 against 1, just to make it fair.
Well, we might get a whole panel. I don't know.
The whole panel's fine. Yeah, 20 to 1. Easy, no sweat.
Well, Berkeley was offered the
146.
146. They could have had 146 on one, but they all turned you down.
But boy, they showed up for the Q&A time. So, I don't understand that. Why wouldn't they debate? I set extra chairs up on the platform. Said, hey guys, come on, want to debate?
If you had 1 billion years with a computer program randomly changing digits in an executable file that was trying to run over and over and over and over and over again, wouldn't you imagine that it eventually would work?
No, I would imagine numerous other things would happen first. The keys would wear out, the computer would wear out, you'd run out of electricity.
Besides all that.
Well, as a programmer for the past probably 8 years of my life, it is incredibly frustrating. For instance, yesterday I have over 130 lines of code in the search engine that I'm making for the new website. The entire thing bombed on me. And after about an hour of searching, I finally figured out that it had one dot that was out of place. One period was not in its place. And the entire thing bombed on me.
Right. And that's what happens in the genetic code. One little thing goes wrong, the creature dies. Or self-aborts.
I've been programming for about 17 or 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot about programming and computers. And the problem here is that whenever you're programming and you're debugging something, you're doing things on a time scale of minutes and hours. Evolution is a process that takes place over billions of years.
Okay. That's a religious...
Now, you can accuse me of being a religionist.
It is a religious
statement of faith. It's not a statement of faith, Ken.
It is a statement of faith. I agree.
No,
You're welcome to that
faith. No, sir. It is not a statement of faith.
Because over those... think about it. Over those billions of years, at the same time while you're getting changes in your computer program, you got everything wearing out. Your computer's wearing out. Your desk is rotting.
The computer, that's where the analogy breaks down, though, is because computers are not made out of reproducible material. They don't self-reproduce.
Okay. Even in reproducible...
The genetic code part of the argument is basically the same because they both handle information.
No, the genetic code, every time you multiply the genetic code, you produce offspring, there's a high probability that some information will be lost. We now carry a tremendous genetic load for this reason. And you go back and just add up the genetic load, and you'll find out there have only been X number of generations since the beginning, and it amounts to just a matter of a few thousand or 10,000s of years, not billions of years. It cannot have gone on forever like you wanted to.
Not only that, even if you do somehow get a beneficial mutation like wingless beetles or something, it may actually, it's not always promised to stick around for the rest of your life, or for the rest of your evolution life, I guess, your whole lineage.
Have you ever heard of that bird that has vestigial reptilian arms that loses and learns how to fly?
Talking about the Howitzin?
It's alive today.
The Howitzin in South America, they call it the stink bird. It's got little claws on its wings.
It has like little arms, lizard arms.
Lizard arms. I've never heard of that. Unless if you're talking about the Howitzin, which is similar to the Archaeopteryx, it has little claws on its wings. As a baby, it climbs up trees, and slowly the claws are kind of resorbed into the feathers.
Right. Okay. Maybe that is it.
Yeah. Hoatzin, and that is not reptilian arms. Whoever told you that lied to you.
Literally, Ken.
I don't know, but it's not true.
Or are you saying they're reptilian because they have claws? Of course, we've completely...
There are 12 birds.
The person I heard it from.
Here, but anyway.
Okay, there are 12 birds today that have claws on their wings. Howitzin, ibis, swan. I could look it up.
Some have teeth in their beak.
Yeah, there's a little hummingbird in Panama that has 48 teeth in its beak. It is unusual for birds to have teeth, and not many do. The Archaeopteryx apparently did. But there's still a lot of questions about Archaeopteryx, whether it's even legitimate. There's only 6 fossils found, all from the same place in Germany. Many people think the whole thing's a hoax, but maybe if it's legitimate, it's still a bird. It had perching feet, rear-facing claw for grabbing around a tree branch. It's not a reptile. Not even closely related.
Okay. Kent, what is the difference between sonar and radar?
Well, sonar used underwater, radar used in the air.
Okay, and
this is like the third tangent here, just for record.
Okay.
What?
You're off on your third tangent.
This is like a pogo stick of discussion here. We're just we went from, where were we, talking about DNA, then we were talking about mutations, then we went to talking about reptilian arms on birds, and now we're talking about...
Well, we can go to whatever topic. Okay, you can pick the topic however you want then.
Well, I think we're going to run out of time here. So we want you to call in every day because we like this, but I got many other people want to get on the program. Okay, tell me quickly, who cares about the difference between radar and sonar?
Well, it was just an amusing little thing on the internet about one of your claims. You claimed that sonar, radar, radio, television, and other types of rays were all in the EM spectrum.
Yeah, probably that's incorrect. That's a mistake. Sonar should not be included there.
That's fine. As long as you know it's a mistake.
Oh, yeah, that's just... when you're talking 300 words a minute like I do, sometimes you put something in there. My seminar is 15 hours long. Probably got a couple of mistakes in it.
Well, I called a bat a reptile the other day, too, so...
Yeah.
You like the infidel guy, right? Reggie Finley?
Oh, I'll come on there anytime you want.
Yeah. There was a guy, Martin. You talked to him, and I think he's in Sweden.
I don't remember that. I talked to thousands of people. But
Martin has called in a few times, yes.
Okay.
Right. Martin and I started talking on AIM and IRC, and we were thinking about taking you on Infidel Guy's radio program.
Hey, don't go for it. Count me in.
You think you want to do that, Ken?
Oh, please do.
That'd be awesome. I'll talk to Reggie about it tonight on his show.
Sounds good.
Okay, well...
Hey, thanks for calling. And my dad was involved in the early days of radar in World War II when they first came out with the idea. He was helping set them up.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks a lot.